Good morning, people. It is 3rd of July 2022, and I'm in Peshawar right now, very close to my hotel, Empire Hotel, where we are staying. It's almost 8:30 in the morning, and we've already ordered breakfast, some parathe with chickpeas, chane, and a cup of chai for everyone. And this is also, you can call it as part of the food street that we were visiting last night. And we will be having breakfast here, and then we will be leaving for the Peshawar city tour with Jaleel bhai, the guy I introduced you to guys last night, who is a local guide here in Peshawar city. He belongs to Chitral, and he's kind of a pro here in Peshawar. He knows his places. He knows the important points where we should be visiting in Peshawar. So it's always good to have some local company rather than trying your own luck with all the routes and all the places. I always prefer to have some local company to guide us around. So breakfast done, and now we are heading to the Khyber gate first of all, and then Jamrood Fort, followed by Masjid Muhabbat Khan and Sethi house. These are four more important points for us, which we really want to cover today. And other than that, we will definitely be relying on Jaleel bhai, who is the local here, and he can probably guide us to a couple of more places. Depending on how much time the guests are spending at each point and how much energy they have, to continue exploring. Also, temperature, the weather will also play a very important role in all this thing, because if it right now it isn't as hot, it's like 9 in the morning, but as the day passes, if it gets too hot for the Russians, we might have to limit our plan and come back earlier, sooner than we have originally planned for. So right now we are at the Baab-e-Khyber, the Khyber Pass or the Khyber Gate. We started from the farthest point from the city center, and just not going into the details of this place, but it has its significance, as all the invaders back in time, like Alexander the Great, the Sikhs, the Mughals, they all entered the now Pakistan or the subcontinent back in that time through this gate. We are just like 35-40 kilometers from Turkham. On my back is Turkham border, after which the Afghan land starts. So all the invaders, all the rulers, all the forces, they entered Pakistan from this gate. So Peshawar Museum is our second point, which is actually closed these days for some renovation work that's going on inside. But thanks to Jaleel bhai, who has his links here, and he could use them specifically for the foreign tourists who are with us. And although we have bought the tickets, which are 500 per person for foreigners, we had to buy those tickets still, and now we are inside the museum, and let's see. About this museum, this is more about the Gandhara art, the Buddhist rule in this area, and most of the artifacts here that you see behind me and in the other rooms of this museum that we just witnessed, Most of these artifacts are discovered from the Takhte-Bahi, that is also part of Gandhara civilization, and it is almost 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours drive from Peshawar. And this museum has probably just 10% of all the artifacts that were discovered from that place. All the others are still in some sort of a storage place, and they are not presented for public viewing yet. We have arrived in the walled city of Peshawar, and it looks pretty much like the walled city in Lahore, which is a regular go-to point for me. I'm sure if you are watching my videos regularly, I am always there. After every 1-2 weeks, I am in the walled city of Lahore. This Peshawar walled city is giving me the same kind of vibes. And now we are heading to the Muhabbat Khan Mosque. That will be our first point here. Then we will be visiting the Sethi house, or Sethi house, however you like to call that. So the Muhabbat Khan Mosque definitely had the vibes of Wazir Khan Mosque, because it is almost from the same era, and the architecture, the colors, it's almost similar to Wazir Khan Mosque that I often visit in Lahore. And right now, just behind me you can see the Sethi house, another famous and very popular attraction in the Peshawar walled city. I think this house was in use of some of the local leaders here about 2 centuries back, and I will definitely talk to Jaleel bhai for more information on this place. So Peshawar city tour done, and now it's time to experience some rickshaw ride. We are sitting right now in a rickshaw, or tuk-tuk as we call it in Thailand or some other countries. You like it, Rustam? Like it. So it's close to sunset time here in Peshawar, and we did the bucket list tour in the daytime after breakfast, when we visited all the famous, the most popular places of the city. And now we are doing more of a photography trip, interacting with people, seeing what's going on around in the market, in the rushy places, and taking all sorts of pictures and videos for our YouTube, our social media handles. And one of the photographers with us, Natasha, she is really into people and people doing their work, sort of candid pictures. So she's really enjoying it here. You like it? You like it?
Давай красную сгущенка. Ким блю, красную ким.
मोहब्बत चूमे जिनके हाथ जवानी पाँव पड़े दिन रात सुने फिर हाय वो किसकी बात हो मोहब्बत चूमे जिनके हाथ जवानी पाँव पड़े दिन रात सुने फिर हाय वो किसकी बात हो एक तो सुंदर मुखड़ा उनका उस पर लाख अदाएं हम अपने दिल को कहाँ ले जाएं अकेले दूर खड़े ललचाएं एक तो सुंदर मुखड़ा उनका उस पर लाख अदाएं हम अपने दिल को कहाँ ले जाएं अकेले दूर खड़े ललचाएं चाँद सितारे मस्त नजारे सब है उन्हीं के साथ मोहब्बत चूमे जिनके हाथ जवानी पाँव पड़े दिन रात सुने फिर हाय वो किसकी बात हो
Kissa Fani Bazaar in Peshawar, which is very famous and a very old bazaar in the city. And the building I was just showing you before this clip, that will be definitely part of this clip now. That was owned by the Afghans before 80s. They used to be sort of public transport operating from this place all the way to Afghanistan, different cities of Afghanistan where people used to go for trade and other activities. So this behind me is the house of Shah Rukh Khan's father. Yes, you heard it right. Shah Rukh Khan from the Bollywood movies. It's his father's house. Although the board here is for some Noor Jahan Munni Begum right now, but she is perhaps some general councillor right now. But historically, this house belongs to Shah Rukh Khan's family. So now I am sure that I am going straight to heaven after this.